Happy Monday morning to you, fellas. What's going on? How's everybody doing on a great Monday morning? Appreciate you guys kicking off a week and kicking off a morning with me here on Winning Bets. We get to talk some sports, talk some sports betting, recap the entire weekend, recap the entire week. And again, from a personal standpoint, I hope you guys had a fantastic week. And I hope you guys had enough fun for two of us because I didn't do a damn thing. One of our oldest sons got sick again. God dang, we're in that cycle of school year and we just stay sick. That's what we do from September to May. We just stay sick. So we didn't do a damn thing this weekend. Just bunkered down the house and, had two sick kids on the hand because the other one got, of course, the older one then gets the younger one sick on Sunday. So, so again, hope you guys had a great, fantastic time. Boy, what a good weekend there in sports. Let's make sure we go ahead and recap it from an NFL standpoint. And then, we'll make sure we recap the entire week last week. So let's just jump right on into it. Let's go ahead and start with that NFL recap where I gave you guys three bets. And how about that Lions first half plus 2.5 points? Fading the Packers continues to be a success. That team is god-awful. I know we got some help with some red zone interceptions, but that just highlights how bad the Packers are, just how terrible that offense is. They have no ability to score right now. Can't put points on anybody. Lose the game outright to the Lions. Lions come out with a 15-9 win. So great bet for us right there. Getting that bet at plus money was just unreal based on the stats. So love to see that one right there. Chargers and Falcons, that one didn't go over 49.5 points. It ended 20-17, so fell woefully short. The painful one, the one that hurt, Stephon Diggs over 6.5 receptions. We got a nice close competitive game, which is what we needed to ensure that the Bills offense would stay on the field for all four quarters. So that certainly wasn't the problem. First half wasn't the problem. How about 5 catches in the first half? Yeah, first play of the game, caught a 42-yard pass. It's like, yep, another same old game. Stephon Diggs is going to be the best player on this field, and you're not going to be able to stop Stephon Diggs. Again, 5 catches in the first half, and then the second half, a goose egg, a bagel, a donut, a nothing, a what? A close game, and he gets nothing coming down the stretch now? Admittedly, in the third quarter, the Bills really didn't see much of the ball there in the third quarter. Give the Jets credit. They came out with a nice drive to start that second half. Ended in a turnover, but it chewed up tons of clock. But then Josh Allen pretty much immediately, I think on third down it was, or maybe it was second down, either way, throws an interception and gives it right back to the Jets. And then the Jets, chew up some more clock, and then we get the ball back with a couple minutes. So we didn't really have the ball in the third quarter. But fourth quarter, that's your money-making time. You're not using your best player. Hell, Josh Allen was asked after the game, how does Stephon Diggs go 0 receptions in the second half? And he says he wasn't looking at him. Wasn't looking at him? What? You're not looking at the best offensive player on your team? When you need scores, when you got to have points, you're not looking his way? Stephon Diggs was getting frustrated. He was throwing his arms up, being like, hey, I am open, like I am each and every single week. He did catch one pass there on the potential game-tying, field goal drive, but that one got called back by holding. So that was for a minute there, you thought you were going to get a little bit of a backdoor cash right there because that would have put you on the hook. And then they still would have needed to get a handful of yards. And again, you figured in that moment they're going to go to their best player, but inexplicable not using Stephon Diggs and doing stuff. That's how you lose football games, right? You don't get your best player involved. I don't understand that one right there. So that was a tough one right there, losing Stephon Diggs over 6.5 catches at a good plus money, but didn't sour our day and certainly didn't sour our week. What a weird week it was. Remember Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on fire? Basically couldn't miss a bet on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, hell, couldn't get a win. On 2 days had gone by on Thursday and Friday. Only got one win. And then Saturday, only gave out one bet. It was that Leeds team total, which we got into cash. And then Sunday, we were able to put together a nice day to round out what was overall a nice week. So let's break down that week where we won 8.57 units. Absolutely love to see that right there. Now on the year, a whole hell of a lot of wins and a whole hell of a lot of losses at almost at 100 units on the year at 95.52 units gained in 2022. Absolutely love to see that right there. What were some of those good wins from last week? What about Champions League? How about a nice 5-0 sweep there in Champions League? We hit that under 3.5 goals parlay. We did that Porto and Ajax double chance parlay. We also got Club Brugge at plus 148 on the double chance for a great cash. PSG money line, good one right there. And then we had a 3-legged parlay that same day where we did Real Madrid money line, Chelsea on the double chance, And then in that Maccabi-Benfica match, both teams will score. So Champions League was just absolutely outstanding to us. What about on Friday's show? Remember I gave you guys 2 parlays that were double chance parlays at both 200 or greater. And then we also did 2 over 1.5 parlays. Well, while we lost one of the over 1.5 parlays, we got both double chance parlays to cash and the other over 1.5 parlay cash. That was over 6 units to the good right there, combined with those 3 parlays. So fantastic work right there. We'll certainly look to go back to that angle again next time we're presented the opportunity. I mentioned we cashed our only bet there on Saturday. Leeds team total over 1.5 goals. Hell, they got 4 goals and a nice 4-3 victory over Bournemouth, so love to see that right there. Newcastle and Liverpool, we both cashed money lines on Sunday. Newcastle getting the win over Southampton. Just, you guys know I'm a big Newcastle fan, not like from an actual fan, but just a fan of that team is making moves, and we've been able to cash on Newcastle here lately. And then Liverpool, they knocked off Tottenham 2-1. Kulusevski came on. That was the playmaker. Only if he was fit, boy, that could have been a different game. And maybe if they had Son, that could have been a different game. But given that lineup, loved Liverpool on the money line at plus 120. Then in the NBA, we had a couple player props to go with several that we cashed. But Tobias Harris over 1.5 made 3-pointers, cashed in the first half. And then Holiday, I put that one in the recap just to highlight cashing a bet in an NBA blowout, because that is not going to happen each and every single time. Most of the time, in an NBA blowout, that's going to be a notable loss, and we're going to be really upset and pissed because the player gets pulled in the fourth quarter. But he came through early enough in the fourth quarter and got up over 20.5 points. So love to see that right there. How about the NASCAR head-to-heads? Gave you guys 3 NASCAR head-to-heads. We cashed 2 of the 3, and the 2 we did cash were at plus 110 and plus 120 fade. Christopher Bell was to a success. Chastain beat Christopher Bell, and Logano also beat Christopher Bell, as Logano took home the 2022 NASCAR Championship. So congratulations there to Logano and the 22 team. And then Lions first half, I had to put that in there. The Packers are just... they're so bad. They're so damn funny. They're easy to laugh at. Love to see that right there. Hey, what about some of those bad losses, though, from last week? Thursday, mentioned we hit a rough slide there Thursday, Friday. It's the ebbs and flows of sports betting, and it was not kind to us on Thursday. We went ahead and missed both bets there on that Eagles-Texans game. We missed our Europa League parlay, and then Connor McDavid and Kaprizov parlay also did not come through for us. Just an ugly, disgusting, terrible taste in your mouth on Thursday, but it happens, and we were obviously able to rebound, winning over 8.5 units this week. What about Jakob Poeltl there? He didn't go over his point total there against the Clippers. Stephon Diggs, again, mentioned that. That one pisses me off, fellas. That one pisses me off. Good plus money bet, 5 at halftime. I'm still bitter about that one, and of course I'm bitter about that one because, you know, the Bills lost, and to go ahead and throw insult to injury with the Bills losing. Talked about doing a free giveaway for you guys. I did do a free giveaway for you guys using that refer a friend that we got from D-Gent. Did a 6-leg NFL moneyline parlay, 1 underdog in the Jaguars. Obviously, that came through in 5 favorites. 4 of the 5 favorites come through. Who didn't come through? Yeah, I feel like I should do the giveaway because it was the Bills that didn't come through, but that hurt. The Bills didn't come through for the people. Tough stuff right there. So, mentioned one of those NASCAR losses that we had, or mentioned our only NASCAR loss, was Larson over Hamlin. Tough loss right there. Larson was running for that owner's championship, was beating Hamlin all day until late pit stops where Hamlin was able to have the better of him, came out, and then in the restart, kind of got caught up in the dog leg there where everybody kind of drops down to the apron. Larson got kind of caught up in the shuffle there, and they finished 8-9, so we're right behind each other. So tough stuff that Larson wasn't able to give us a NASCAR sweep. And then Aston Villa, Manchester United, that game was unkind to us. Saw those lineups and didn't think Manchester United was going to be able to score a goal. Well, almost happened. They got 1 goal, but God dang, Donny van de Beek. When you have a spine, I guess, of Donny van de Beek, Eriksson, and Lindelof, no going forward, take the other team's money line because Manchester United got absolutely destroyed down the middle of the pitch yesterday with those 3 guys on it. Overall, nobody on that pitch was worth a damn yesterday for Manchester United. So under 2.5 had no chance. And then on the money line, certainly had no chance right there. And then West Ham, Crystal Palace, under 2.5 in the kick of the dick. That one was brutal, fellas. 1-1 going into the 94th minute. There was 4 minutes of injury time added. The last kick of the ball had to find the back of the net. Is that what we're talking about here, fellas? The last kick of the ball had to find the back of the net. brutal stuff losing that under 2.5. Then again, we mentioned there Kaprizov. Just had to put something else really on the tweet. So it wasn't really a tough loss. He lost on the hook. So that's how the week folded. But again, guys, fantastic week. Cheers to a good week. Truly, that week really showed the highs and lows, right? You come out on beginning of the week, you're on fire, you get cooled off, and then you pick back up more steam on the weekend. So good job the last week, guys. Plus 8.57 units. Love to see that right there. Let's jump in that comment section, see how you guys enjoyed your weekend, see all those bets you guys cashed this weekend. And then we've got to get some bets for Monday Night Football, soccer, and basketball to go ahead and get to. I'm just waiting to read the comment. Where's the first one that's going to talk about the Jets? I'm scrolling through them. School Blues, I hear that. Oh, here it is. That didn't take long. Third comment. What happened to the Bills? Yeah, man. Josh Allen played like crap. That's now 6 straight quarters he's played like crap. I know they got the win, obviously, against the Packers there on Sunday Night Football, but much like you guys watched it, he was terrible in the second half in that game, and it really just carried over in the Jets. Just brutal bad interceptions in that game against the Jets. Just really tough stuff. Packers are garbage. I agree with that. Good job, Corey. You and Lee were talking it up on Friday. Corey and Lee were talking it up about how the Jets were going to get it done. That's what you got to do. Win your games at home. Win your division games. Nice win there, Corey. The Jets, they got a good defense, right? And they put some more than some pressure on Josh Allen. He was under duress a fair amount of that game. So, yeah, great job by those Jeffs. That Titans-Chiefs game, that was a good one last night. I guess you could say, Brian, it wasn't Titans-Chiefs. It was Titans-Chiefs refs. That's what that game was. Some of those calls were not calling penalties on the Chiefs, and Travis Kelce ripping his helmet off. Like, that's a penalty, right? I mean, that's a penalty. And then the one on the end zone where they're going for the 2-point conversion, they want to call holding on the Titans. Are you kidding me? Travis Kelce engages the contact. Travis Kelce rips off the helmet of the defender, and yet it's a Titans player that gets flagged for holding Travis Kelce. That was about as bogus as that gets. Now, that being said, the Titans' anemic offense with a quarterback that goes 5 for 16 for like 90-some yards, didn't do the Titans any help and let the Chiefs hang around that game. But, oh, man, the Titans should have won that game. I mean, the Titans should have won that game. But, yeah, good game to watch. Good game to certainly watch there, Brian. He was all right. I mean, I know he got a pick. Yeah. I mean, he was good. He got a pick. It was good. He wasn't the reason we didn't cash Stephon Diggs, though. We still should have cashed Stephon Diggs, but, I mean, the guy played good. He got an interception. He was around the ball a lot. So, yeah, credit to him. Morning, Ross. Morning. I like that, Tim. Mixon just found pay dirt for the 6th time. I love to see that. Yeah, that guy was on fire. That guy was absolutely on fire. The race sucked, Brian. The race was absolutely terrible. And it's not just because Logano, dominated the field. To me, if a guy dominates the field, okay, that happens. But I still want to see passing and kind of excitement throughout the race. And there wasn't much through that race. So I didn't. Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. That was not exciting. That was not a good race at all. What about a bet today? We're a big fan from Portugal. Is Porto? I did not see. I saw one game in La Portugal. The only game I show in the Portugal leagues is Chaves versus Santa Clara. I don't see Porto in action today. Oh, you're a big fan from Portugal, Porto. Oh, yeah, we got a bet today, man. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, we do have a soccer bet. It's a parlay. It's in the Turkish league and the La Liga, so I'll get it to you here. Nice. I'm going to go through some more NBA after this show. Kind of ran out of time a little bit before there. Raiders blew that lead. Yeah, like I said, I had the Jaguars in that parlay to try to hook you guys up with the giveaway. But yeah, the Raiders, to your point, they absolutely blew that lead, and it's just unacceptable. Have you seen the soccer prop for 2 or 3 goals to be scored? Cash that one in Leicester versus Everton. Have you seen the soccer prop for 2 or 3 goals? Oh, you mean like you can bet on the exact total, 2 or 3 goals? I have not seen that prop. Nice. And you obviously, yeah, because Leicester won 2-0. I think Leicester won 2-0 if I recall correctly. Everton can't find the back of the net. Like, come on, man. All Leicester does is give up goals. Tough stuff right there. Tough stuff. But nice hit there, D-Gent. Nice hit. All right, let's go ahead and get out some bets today, fellas. What do we got on the menu first? Let's go right to Monday Night Football. It's basically a pick 'em, right? It's a 1.5 spread that you guys find out there. So we're basically talking a pick 'em. If I had to pick a team, I'll take the Saints at home, better quarterback, but that's not how I'm going to play this angle right there. I'm going to go ahead and play it by taking a Ravens player prop. I'm going to take Justin Tucker to have over 1.5 field goals at minus 142 over at Caesars. This is the Saints team that allowed the second most fantasy points to kickers per game at 10 fantasy points per game to the kicker position. The Saints allow the opponent to make 2.4 made field goals per game on 2.5 attempts per game. This is the Saints red zone defense that allows a touchdown 50% of the time when you get in the red zone. This is a Ravens offense that scores a touchdown on 56% of its red zone trips. This is a Ravens offense that converts third down at 43%, going up a really good Saints defense from a third down perspective. They actually are the 6th best in the NFL at stopping the opponent on third down. They only allow third downs to be converted at 34%. So I'll go ahead and take Justin Tucker to have over 1.5 made field goals at minus 142. You know the Superdome will be absolutely rocking. Expect them to stall when they get around, but also know that this guy can absolutely bang them from anywhere on the field. So I'll go ahead and take Justin Tucker over 1.5 made field goals at minus 142. Let's go ahead and jump on into this soccer parlay now. I mentioned we got a parlay. We do have a parlay. Tweeted out earlier. We're going to go ahead and take Real Madrid on that money line and parlay that with Fenerbahce. Double chance. That's what DC is, double chance. And double chance is the team either needs to win the game or tie the game to be win. And you can get that at minus 124. You got a Real Madrid team here going up against Vallecano. In the last 22 head-to-heads, Real Madrid has won 20. Real Madrid has won 20 of the last 22 head-to-heads against Vallecano. We all know Real Madrid is the best team, so we'll go ahead and take them on the money line. Fenerbahce here, they're first in the Turkish league. They're going up against, not sure how to pronounce it, Sivasspor, whatever the hell they are. They're sitting in 16th, which is in the relegation fight there in the Turkish league. And if you go look at the head-to-head between these two clubs, you might think this game will be competitive. But if you look at the recent head-to-heads in previous seasons, this team has been about a mid-table team, and that's not the case this season. Again, they're sitting in 16th place, which is in the relegation zone in the Turkish Super League. So not the same team that they always have been. Fenerbahce is flying high in first place, and we only need them to get the double chance at home. I really just wanted something to bring down that Real Madrid money line juice, so went ahead and parlay that with the Fenerbahce double chance, and you can do so over on BetMGM at minus 124. Let's go ahead and get to our lone NBA bet now, although I do agree with Ryan, just a lot of games today and not enough time to go through everything before the show, so do make sure you're following me on Twitter. We're going to go ahead and add the Orlando Magic first quarter money line at minus 130, and as you guys can see, we're going to go ahead and roll with that one, a 2-unit bet. That one's going to be a 2-unit bet. Why is that one worthy of a 2-unit bet? All the advantages here are for the Orlando Magic in the first quarter. They outscore the Houston Rockets 29 points versus 24.5 points for the Rockets. And for the Rockets scoring 24.5 points in the first quarter, that ranks dead last in the NBA. And surprisingly, the Magic at 29.1 points, that's actually 9th best. You've got a great team here in the Magic. And coming out in the first quarter. And there's no real changes whether you're home and away. With the Magic at home and the Rockets at way, it's still a 29 to 24 point advantage there for the Magic. If we look at what these two teams allow, the Magic allowed 27.2 points in the first quarter, which is 8th best in the NBA. The Rockets allowed 29.8 points in the first quarter. Not the same if they go on the road. When they go on the road, it gets worse for them as they allow 31.4 points in the first quarter. The Magic, they're about the same when they're on their home court. They're still allowing 27 points. So I put this one as a 2-unit bet because we get big advantages from the Magic from a scoring perspective and the Magic from what they concede in the first quarter. So 2-unit bet for me at minus 130 over at PointsBet. Otherwise, I do not have any other NBA bets to get out at this time. Again, I do agree with Ryan. We do got a pretty nice slate to go ahead and add to it. So just look for me a little bit later on Twitter. I do want to go ahead and alert you guys. We've been talking about it. We've got World Cup coming up. We're in the World Cup month, and actually we've got World Cup in 13 days. If you're interested in any World Cup content, any World Cup analysis, any World Cup breakdowns, I'm going to go ahead and do all that over on SoBet. It's a sports betting platform. It's got about 25, they call them pros, 25 pros, that they've got it kind of capped at that limit where those pros upload various content, and it's picks, it's content, it's bets, and what have you. That's where I'm going to go ahead and put my World Cup content. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in breakdowns and previews and analysis, I'll encourage you to go ahead and join the SoBet platform in this video description. You can go ahead and find the link to get over to that website. You can go ahead and find my sign-up code if you're interested in doing that. Please use the sign-up code. And I've already got the first really little bit kind of planned out. This is what we got for you guys on Tuesday, November 8th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, and all these shows will be live, by the way. So Tuesday, November 8th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, we'll do the group stage preview, where we'll look at all the stages and break down all the teams and all the squads, and of course give you which of the two teams will qualify from each group. Come back on November 16th at 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll kind of preview the entire World Cup as a whole and really look at the entire World Cup from the beginning to the start and break it down. And then on Monday, November 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we'll preview United States and Wales, because that match starts at 2 p.m., so an hour later. And then we'll, of course, preview the next day matches that will be taking place on Tuesday. I can tell you guys, going forward, each and every single week of the World Cup, we'll have 3 days where we'll preview games. And what I mean we'll preview games is, if I say we're doing the show like on a Monday, we won't be previewing any games on Monday because of the time change there in Qatar. We'll be previewing the next day. So if we do a show on Wednesday, we'll be previewing, obviously, then the Thursday matches. And when I say we, who the hell is we? It's Matt and I. Same guy that does the Premier League breakdown. So if you enjoy our previews and our breakdowns, our analysis there at the Premier League, then you'll obviously, I think, thoroughly enjoy this World Cup content. It is $10 a month to go ahead and join up on SoBet. If you only care for the World Cup content, I believe you'll get more than your $10 worth, and you can always just log in 30 days later after the World Cup and obviously cancel your subscription if you have no desire to continue on the SoBet platform. But at least from the World Cup content, I think it'd be more than worth it, because at least from my standpoint, I know how much work is being put into it from preparing, and then also putting on the shows as well. So, and again, I've got Matt with me doing it each and every single time. I will not be alone on these shows. Matt will be with me for the 2 preview shows, and then he'll get 15 match day previews that you can go ahead and get on SoBet. And I will say, I guess, one last thing on that. They guys message me on Twitter and they say, like, how can I tip you, or like, how can I support you? I guess if you wanted to, this is a way. I've never allowed somebody to tip me. I when I have a bad day, I don't want to, give you your tip back, right? On the 0-4 Thursday, if you tip me $20, say, hey, here's your $20. I gave out 4 shitty picks, so here's your $20 back. But if you're one of those people that ever wanted to support me and you don't care about the World Cup, maybe you sign up for 1 month and then you cancel it. But I don't want to look at it as a support. I would hope that nobody pays the $10 to support me, because that's not what I want. I want people to enjoy the World Cup, enjoy the content, the analysis, the breakdowns, and what have you. So if you're interested in that, again, in this video description, you can go ahead and get all that information. I can't wait. First show previewing the World Cup is obviously tomorrow. And I'm thoroughly cannot wait to go ahead and obviously break down this World Cup with you guys. So if you're only interested in bets, I'll say you will not miss a damn thing. I will still give out any bets I give out on that show. I'll give them out on YouTube, and I'll give them out on Twitter, as I always do. So if you're just here and you just want the bets and you just want the picks, you will not miss a thing. The only thing that goes on SoBet is just content of analysis and previews of all the World Cup games. So that's how we'll be doing it there. And again, that'll be starting tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into these comments. So we got Taysom Hill to score a touchdown. I mean, sure, in theory. I mean, those are always tough to pick. I think other people do a better job. I can tell you from a running back standpoint, if you want me to, although he's kind of a receiver, running back, and he's kind of a quarterback. I don't know what that guy is, kind of a Swiss Army knife, right? I can tell you that I didn't think there were big discrepancies to go and look at or attack this Ravens defense from a running standpoint. They do give up those 6 pass catches a game for 45 yards. If you look at Alvin Kamara, the last 4 games, he's gotten like 6 catches. I think it's like 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 9 being his last game. They're really ramping Alvin Kamara up from a receiving standpoint. Though I thought that was the second best player prop behind Justin Tucker is Alvin Kamara, his receiving number, because again, the Ravens are allowing 6 catches and 45 yards, and the sportsbooks have his number at 37 yards, and just kind of how that pairs with how the Saints have been using Alvin Kamara the last 4 weeks. I thought that was a pretty good look right there. Oh, there you go. Then you come in with 60 plus for Kamara. Yeah, I believe he's going to hit his over on his rushing prop for sure. Let's go 3 Lions. Oh, yeah, my man's in for England. England always seems to let down in the big spots, but they're obviously going to have a big squad. Look forward to breaking down their group and their squad tomorrow. I will say I did, and I already told people, I did do an England, Argentina to win the group parlay at plus 107 over at FanDuel. So Argentina, England to win the group, parlay over at FanDuel plus 107. The Lions will certainly win the group. Let's see what they do in the knockout stages. That team generally has its moments of falling short there in the big time. But yeah, I mean, we know all the players, right? Because we watch the Premier League pretty heavy. So is there an app for SoBet? No, it's only a web-based platform or whatever it's called, web-based or web browser or whatever that's called. Taysom Hill, there you go, Puppet. You're not going to be riding along there if you go ahead and take Taysom Hill to score the first touchdown. Brian is taking Taysom Hill to score the first touchdown. I like that right there. Now, again, I do like the Saints. Has Thomas returned? No, he was it a toe? I think it's a toe injury. Anyways, I think he's out for a whole month, Brian. He got turf toe or some toe injury, so he's out. This feels like a under for props kind of game. Maybe a sneaky over the total spot. Depends on which. I mean, you're obviously talking player props. I would assume you're talking player props. What's the totals at 46.5? I like the Saints winning the game. Game probably does stay under. Game probably does stay under. I do like the Saints winning the game though. I bet the under hits. I bet the Saints, but I'm more confident in the Saints winning than the over under. I really like the Saints getting the victory tonight against this Ravens team. Kaprizov going over his shots on target. I didn't think he was playing tonight. I saw McDavid's playing, but I didn't see Kaprizov. I actually did look at a little hockey to see. I thought I didn't think the Wild were playing, but McDavid. Yeah, Wilds aren't playing tonight. It's Bruins, Blues, Islanders, Flames, and Capitals, Oilers. Because McDavid was the one I looked at. Kaprizov's not in action tonight. Unless you're just messing with me there, and I can't quite figure it out. Not that you're messing with me in terms of that, but like, first TD tonight. Under 3.5 shots. Yeah, maybe Thomas isn't going to play the rest of the season. I don't know. All I know is Michael Thomas has a foot injury, and he's out for a long time, a month. Hell, that's basically... what that get you into mid-December? Yeah, he's not playing for a little bit. He's out for a while. All right, fellas. Yeah, it takes me a while to pick it up. Early in the morning, I didn't sleep much this weekend. The kids being sick. It took me a while, but I got it, Corey. All good. You can throw those jokes, man. The Jets pulled off the victory. Ugh. What do you guys think, man? This is only the second time all season. Yeah, and Mondays aren't fun when your NFL team comes off a loss. So much better when it's Victory Monday. And it's not Victory Monday in this house today. Credit to those Jets. They got the job done. I still can't believe. Why are we not throwing to Stephon Diggs? Like, how does the best receiver not get the ball? Not even getting looks. They did look to him that last drive, though, because, again, he caught that big pass for about 25 yards that was called back for holding. And then on third down, he threw him the ball. It was like 3rd and 21, and he was like right at the sticks. But Josh Allen short-armed it, and it bounced into him. If he catches that, it's like 4th and 2, and now they're not going for some long, deep bomb. Hell, he'd probably throw it to Stephon Diggs on 4th and 2 or something like that. Oh, man. And then I'm also just bitter because, like I said, I did that free giveaway for you guys, a 6-leg parlay, and the Bills are the only one that doesn't win. Like, disgusting. I was really trying to hook you guys up. I thought I put together a really good parlay. 5 of the 6 legs hit. You'd love to hear Allen and Diggs' conversation. I listened to their press conference. Like I said, Allen was asked, why didn't you throw to Diggs? He said he just wasn't looking at him, which okay, that's a scenario where if Allen says that in his press conference and that's true, and you never really know what's true when these guys say that, but if that's true, if Allen says I just wasn't looking at him, that's where Ken Dorsey, the offense coordinator, is going to be like, hey, got the goddamn best player on the field is not getting any action the second half, and we're in a tight ball game. Can you, I'm going to call a play for Stephon Diggs, and you throw Stephon Diggs the ball? Like, the offense coordinator's got to step into Josh Allen there. You had a bad week on Pick'em? I didn't even look at Pick'em. Sorry, man. I didn't even look. Oh, you get to enjoy it for 2 weeks. Jets are on a bye. Nice. Nice. That's a great feeling, Corey. Love that. Love that. Not a good week for Brian either in Pick'em. I'll have to go look that up and see if I've got a chance going into Monday Night Football. If I do have a chance and if I win, I'll spit that right back into a free giveaway for you guys. He got crushed by all the classic gambling right there. Classic gambling. Getting crushed by all the hooks. Hate to see that. All right, fellas, that's how we're going to do it on Monday. Do look on Twitter. Maybe look to add some NBA would be the only thing we'll look to add. Definitely no soccer. Won't add anything else for Monday Night Football. But I'm going to go through some NBA player props and see if maybe we can add our favorite one to this card on tonight. So, all right, fellas. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on Monday. Enjoyed talking some sports with you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Let's cash some bets.